So over the last few days, I've had some messages from people asking me if this unit is good, should I work on Sasuke, should I work on Jiraiya, you know, and sort of similar questions to that. And I just thought there must be a better way of getting this information across to everyone. So I started working on a tier list.
Much later.
I'm happy to say it's finally finished.
So excited! So excited!
This is a brand new, up-to-date and in-depth tier list of all the SSR units in Ultimate Hokage Duel. So without any further ado, let's dive in.
Rolling up the payroll, really by my Gouda a lot. Big butt humping shot for shot. If you wanna scrap, pull up, baby. Egg roll, rolling up the payroll.
The link to this tier list can be found in the description box below. I'd recommend bookmarking it or adding it to your favorites so you can always refer back to it when you need. Alright, so I've got the list sorted by faction aura, with Yang units first, followed by Yin, Taijutsu, Genjutsu and Ninjutsu. You'll see the faction symbol next to the unit's name, followed by what role they are and what range they have. So role is distinguished by DPS, support, defense and medic. Lost my words there. And range is whether they're melee unit, mid unit or long range. Following that, we then have their base HP, attack and defense. Now these figures I've taken directly from in-game and I'll show you where. So if we go over to the game and then click on the little hut and then click archive, you have a full list of all the SSR units in the game. And if we pick Sakura for example and then go to info, you have their stats listed on this bottom left hand corner here. I don't know what level these stats are for, but I assume it's for when they're max ascended to like level 3 or 5, whatever it is. And you'll see that units will have the similar stats based on their role. So if we have a look at Shisui and the 5th Hokage Tsunade here, for example, they're both DPS units with exactly the same stats. I don't know if I agree with this because one's obviously a melee and the other's a mid-range unit, so I think the stats should be altered a little at least to reflect this, but it is what it is. So most of the units will have the same stats based on what role they are, except for this one guy here, 4th Raikage. For some reason he's got 41,000 HP when all other defense units sort of in his range, so Kisame, Danzo, Kakuzu and Hidan have 33,668. Raikage is just on his own little, he's in his own league on a completely different level. The guy's a beast. Anyway, moving on. I've ranked each unit's abilities, passives, talents, etc. on a scale of 1 to 10 here. And then we have an average in column I. I've then used the average to rank the units from SS tier down to B. 5th Hokage Tsunade is currently the best unit in the game with an average of 9. And then we have Nagato, Shisui, Pain, Minato and 100 Seal Sakura as the other SS tier units in this game. We then have a few around the S tier which are not great units but they're good. And then A class or A tier units which sort of are placeholders or fill in the gaps in the teams where you've already got like an SS tier or 2 SS tier units. And I'd definitely recommend staying away from the B tier units as they're just complete trash in my opinion. And yeah, there you have it. This is my up-to-date tier list as of today. When more units are added to the game, I'll add them to this list and keep it updated regularly. I hope this is informative to everyone, and if you like this video, if you like the tier list, give it a massive thumbs up, subscribe and click on the little bell icon so you don't miss out when I upload more videos. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.
Rolling up the payroll, really by my Gouda a lot. Big butt humping shot for shot. If you wanna scrap, pull up, baby. Egg roll, rolling up the payroll.